G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Phase 3. We're going for phase 3. So this was the first one. If you haven't been following me, I have been adding mica powder to my white pigment paste to get like a shimmery, thicker bloom. So that was the first attempt. And this was the second attempt. Now this one, it's got some blobbies because I've drew my petals. So you go up and you go down, and then where you stop there, it's a split second, but you stop there, and then you go over that same line again, and you come down and you wait a split second, and then you go back over that same line in this little area here. It's the same line going over twice, so you tend to get little blobbies. So I'm going to pour in a different way today. I'll probably just do the spirals again. Now, like I said in the previous video, I'm waiting till my resin gets to 35 degrees Celsius. It's only 22 degrees Celsius in my studio today, so I have waited. It's been 30 minutes. 30 minutes, you guys. So I guess this is a way, instead of just saying, oh, look, wait 10 minutes or wait 20 minutes or wait 30 minutes, it's very subjective to, you know, the temperature of your room. So there we go, 35, and then climbing, which is 97 degrees Fahrenheit. We're actually on 36. So I am going to decant now. I'm just going to wipe this probe off with some isopropyl alcohol so it doesn't get stuck forever, closed. And then basically that's it. So let's do it. I can feel it's getting nice and warm. So I am using the same as I always do for my blooms, well, recently anyway, the last year, I guess. The Let's Resin 4-hour fast cure. It's a 1-to-1 resin. It's pretty thick, like it's already like honey, like cold honey maybe. Now I need to keep some. I'm going to put some in here, 40 grams. So I don't take my resin out for my white at the beginning. I'll wait till it's all the same temperature and then I'll decant it. So I'm just going to do it over here. 40 grams I want out. Last time I didn't really have enough, but I was doing doing my petals a different way. So here we go, it's 42. Now let's have a look and just make sure everybody's looking kind of equal here. Everyone's gone to the edges. I'll just look across the top. Oh gosh, you're full. I'm going to have to take some out of that one. Take some out of you. And take that hair out as well. I think it's a Holly hair. Oh, my dog Holly. She has black hair. Okay. And just dropped a toothpick on the floor. All right, how are they looking now? I'm just going to make sure that I leave enough room for A, the white, and B, a background if we decide to do a background. Now, the other thing that I'm changing up a little bit today, instead of adding a white mica powder, whoops, I just dripped in there, I am going to add an interference gold. Just to change it up a bit, you know. No point doing the same thing every video. I think it's nice to change things up a little bit. Just trying to get these guys even. So I'll stand back and look across the top. Right, that'll do. I mixed up 150 grams of part A and 100... it was just under 140. I made a bit of a mess there. That's okay. I'll clean it up when it's cured. All right, let's have a little look for some bubbles around the edge. If there are any big ones, just get them out now, because you won't be able to get them out later. Don't torch them. You'll melt your mold. You'll fuse your resin to your mold. I've done it. I've done it quite a few times in my resining career, so yeah, don't do it. Hairs. Okay, I'm just having a little look to see if I've got any more little hair bubbles. I think we're good. All right, let's move on. Now, when I said don't torch, I mean, look, don't use your big daddy torch. If you see a few little bubbles, you can get them in the middle, but don't go trying to get the ones on the edge there, all right? You can get these in the middle here. But yeah, don't go anywhere near the edge of your mold because you will fuse it. All right, and don't spray them with alcohol because the alcohol is going to move your bloom. So that's a real no-no. Okay, so I'm going to do my inks first. I've got the Deco Rom, and because I've been doing pinks and purples lately, I'm going to go navy and purple. Actually, I shouldn't shake them because then you get bubbles in them. Navy and turquoise. These are Deco Rom brand, just cheapies from Amazon. If I can get the lid off. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Try and keep the pressure on the bottle so it doesn't spit everywhere. Making a bit of a mess today, you guys. I don't know why. I think I need fresh gloves. My gloves are sticky. And then, of course, everything else is sticky. All right, so that's that one. I'm just going to clean my gloves. I've got a, you know, one of those automatic soap dispensers, and you just put your hands under it and it spits out some soap. I've told you this before. I have one of those, but mine's got isopropyl alcohol in it, so I just quickly clean my gloves off. All right, I was actually going to do the turquoise first and then do this around the edge, but never mind. So turquoise, I'm just going to go turquoise around the edge, like so. And again, I'll try and keep the pressure on the little bottle, the squeeze, just so that it doesn't spit too much. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh look, I'm getting little dendrils. One, two, three, four, five. You've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they've all got 6. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Now we're just going to let them sit for a minute. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my white. So I'm going to use my white bloom paste, and I keep it upside down there so it's all run down. So I've got 40 grams in there. If you want a really wispy, thin sort of translucent white, you would do 1 drop per 10 grams. I'm going to do 2 drops per 10 grams. So 40 grams, 8 drops. All right, it's a bit scary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it a squeeze, wait for it to come to the top. 5, 6, 7. Give it a squeeze, wait for it to come to the top there, and then drip in. 8. Just keep squeezing because it'll keep coming out. So wipe the top. Oops, pop it back. All right. Now the other thing I want to add is, previously when I've used the Pearl X micas, they're really good. They give me all kinds of effects. So I'm going to use the Interference Gold because it's a really pretty color, and I think it'll go nicely with blues and turquoises. So I'm going to do like 2 scoops that size. 1, 2, and see what it looks like. If I need a little bit more, I'll add more. And just be careful when you're stirring mica powders. They like to fly up. So this is going to be more of a, I guess, a pale, sort of a shimmery gold. Still white, but just have like a bit of a shimmer gold to it maybe. And I better get a wriggle on before my resin gets too thick and too warm. I'm going to add 1 more scoop because I want it really shimmery. All right. So this time I'm just going to do the spirals again, just so that I don't get those blobbies. So, just while I'm stirring this, because I made my white heavier in this, it had sunk. If I had only used half the amount of white pigment paste, I wouldn't have got those blobbies. It's just because I added so much white to it, like I have in this one as well, lots of white. So if you're adding extra white to get this sort of effect, then you will need to wait for your resin to get thicker. Otherwise the white's just going to drop through. It's too heavy for the resin that's in the coaster molds to kind of suspend it. Well, that's a pretty color. Interesting to see how this one goes, hey? Extra mica powder. All right. A few bubbles in there from the stirring, but let's just get on with it before I waste too much time. There's that. There's that. This is a small piping bag, but I have cut about that much off the top as well, just so I don't want too much hanging. Once I dripped or dragged the end of it through my coaster, I was so upset. So now I've learnt from that. All right, let's cut. See where the white stops and the tip is? Probably about halfway through there. And then just test it. Rather make the hole smaller and then come back and make it bigger if you want to, but you know, don't make it too big because then you can't come and close the hole again. All right, so let's get started with our spirals, shall we? And that looks good. Feels nice and thick. Not sure how many I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to go right out to the edge. And stop there. Okay. Wind that back up again. Make sure that the end's tucked in. How many spirals did I do on the other one? I can't remember. I don't think I counted. Normally I count. I'm a counting person. Who goes up or down steps and counts them as they go? Is it just me? Oh, is it just me? Maybe. Okay, that's that one. Wind it up again. Hopefully this time I've got enough white resin. We'll call it white resin even though it's got gold in it. It's still white. I'm just supporting my piping hand with my other hand. Around we go. My mould is getting quite full now. I'm glad I took some out. And push it back up. All right, let's hope we've got enough for the last one. Should have. Tend to use more when I do the other piping with the actual drawing petals rather than just the spirals. I tend to use more that way. It's always this last one, this poor little last one. Oh gosh. I've got enough, I just need to keep pushing it up and then I get a bubble in it. Okay, go over the area, a couple of areas there that it's kind of thinned out a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. All right, just enough. So basically 10 grams per piece is what I've used here. Now, I did make a few little bubbles while I was stirring, so give that a quick little torch. Again, don't get too close to the edge of the mould. Alrighty, so the next thing we need to do is we need to draw our patterns. So I think I'm just going to come in. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to worry about the colour. I think I'm going to run out of time. Swirl. 12, 6, 3, 9. Split the difference. And a swirl. Normally I would do this quite slowly for you, but I think just because I've been waiting so long for my resin to get to 35 degrees, I feel as if I kind of need to hurry a bit now. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe I'm panicking for nothing. I usually do like to have white petals on the outside, but look, it might look nice with some of this colour that's coming through them now. Okay, so that's that. Bit of a swirl. Alrighty. Now we just have to wait. And hopefully they will spread. I am going to get my heat gun, which I keep on a clip on the, it's hanging off my table here. And I'm just going to go as horizontal as I can around and try and push these petals in. Do my right hand first and then I can swap over to my left hand and do the other half. I do kind of feel as if I've waited too long, but I did say to you I wanted to wait till it got to 35 degrees. So, you know, it's not like I waited too long. I waited till it got to 35 degrees. It just feels, the resin does certainly feel thicker because I've waited. And I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I did want it to get to that stage. Now don't overheat because we've waited all that time for the resin to thicken, and by heating the resin you're making it thin again. So you know, if you've got cold honey and you warm it up, it gets thin again. So same thing, you want it to stay thick. You don't want that white to drop through because I put so much pigment paste into it. All right, hopefully that's going to look pretty. I'm just going to swirl again. I don't know why, I just feel as if I want to. Okay. If you wanted your center to be more sort of 3D, you might want to wait 5 or 10 minutes and then swirl. Maybe we can try that next time. So basically that's all we're going to do. See, me heating that just that ever so slightly has encouraged the white to spread more. So, yay, I need to get cleaned up. I've got a mess here. I don't think I will put a top coat on. They are pretty full at this stage. So, I'll just come back to you in about, I don't know, 6 hours or so. Like I said, it's pretty cool in here. You know, if you're in a really hot environment, they might be ready in 4 hours, but I think mine will be ready in about 6. So, yay, we'll see you then. Hopefully it'll be pretty. Okay, it is later on in the day. Still in 23 degrees in my studio. So it's probably taken a little bit longer to cure. A little bit bendy still, but I'm super keen to see what they're going to look like. So I'm going to take one out at a time because look, it's still a bit bendy. Make a good bowl at this stage. I'm going to put a piece of black over it just so that we can see the full effect since I haven't done a top coat. All right, are we ready? Oh, it's nerve-wracking. Deep breath. Oh, look at that. That's really pretty. Oh, I can see the gold. I can see the gold. I don't know if you can see the gold. So this blue is much brighter than that sort of teal, isn't it? That is so pretty. I'm getting closer with these petals, you guys. Getting closer. So that was the last one. See, got the bit of the blobbies there. See those? A bit blobby. So haven't really got that in this because we did a continual spiral. I will take you over away from these LEDs in a minute and show you what it looks like in a different light so that you can see that gold. Just put these down on a plastic bag here on the side for a minute. Okay. Next one. I think they're all going to be very similar. Okay, are we ready? Here's the next one. Yes, very similar. Wow. How many layers have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows of petals. What do you think? Do you prefer that or that, petal-wise? These ones, if you didn't see the video, I drew the petals, and these ones obviously I just did the spiral. They probably do need a background, but because I'm still practicing with this particular technique, I don't really want to spend too much time and resin on doing backgrounds. Plus the fact that I filled these up and I didn't really have much room. Oh, that's so pretty. I think this turquoise could have been a little bit darker. That's the only thing I would say. I could have maybe put a little bit more of that turquoise colour in. That's without the black. It's just hard to see because I've got a white mould behind there, so it's just easier if I put them on a piece of black for you. move that out of the way. I will link my mold for you. That's my large coaster mold. Okay, here we go. Last one. Ta-da! There we go. All right. Now, pick a favorite. Pick a favorite. They're all very similar. Okay. I'll pick one and then I'll go walking around with it. Probably this one I'd save, only because it's got more definition in the center and it's a little bit darker. For that blue in the center there, I probably swirled them too much. I did go back in for a second swirl, didn't I? I did. All right, let's go down. All right, we'll just come over here to this side of the studio. And I wanted to show you, can you see the gold? You see the interference gold shimmering there? You can only really see it when I aim it this way towards that LED light. But it's really pretty, isn't it? Go in for a bit of a closer look. So they look quite thick. I'm holding my camera with one hand. I'm sorry if it's shaking. I'm holding it in a very awkward position. But you can see there that they look quite thick. They look as if they're like made out of wax or something, don't they? There you go. Look at that. So that's what I've been trying to get. And look, I think I'm almost there. I just have to do a little bit better with my colours. Turquoise would have been nice if it was a little bit darker. I'm never happy, am I? We're so critical, us resin people. We're so critical of ourselves. We're never happy. So anyway, there it is. Pretty much got a white petals all the way around, which I love. I love having the white around the outside. Got the little bits of blue poking through towards the sides there. Look at that, where I brought my stick through. Loving that shimmer, you guys. Do you love it? It's so pretty. Let me know what you think of it. And let me know if you want to see any more of these. I would like to try again. It's not quite there. I think maybe I need to make my paste a little bit heavier. I'm getting there. Certainly heavier than it was at the first attempt. So yeah, almost there. Let me know what you think of it and let me know what other colors I can try. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. Okay, take care. Bye for now.